Hover telemark. Okay, so what does hover mean? Rise. Okay, rise and recover. And we're going to do a telemark action, which is a spinning action. And it's back because the men are stepping back first. So that's why it's called what it is. In essence, a back hover telemark is a sloppy impetus because the men do not do a heel turn, but it accomplishes the same thing as an impetus. But his second step, rather than the heels turn, he is stepping side and forward, rising, which is your hover action, and then you recover out to semi, just like an impetus. So if we do an impetus, he does a heel turn. 1, 2, 3. That was a sloppy impetus. You didn't do a very good heel turn. But anyway, so he does a heel turn.
So then that was a perfect hover telemark, is what you're saying.
So when you do a hover telemark, his second step is not going to be closed, but he's going to be stepping between my feet. So the back hover telemark, 1, 2, 3, accomplishes the same thing, ends in the same place, but it's a different figure. Impetus is phase 3, back hover telemark is phase 4.
And then there's pivot.
Yes. Pivot, 2, 3. No rise. So there's 3 figures that do accomplish the same thing, but they all have different numbers. Impetus, pivot to semi, and back hover telemark. Back hover telemark can also start in banjo. So if you're in banjo and you do a back hover telemark, he's going to step back. Ladies are stepping outside. And then he goes between her feet, so you're blending in your closed position on the second step. Okay.
I see.
I keep my head over here until the last second before I step out. That keeps me in his pocket. Watch what happens if I turn my head early.
Yeah, that's what was happening to me. Okay.
You separate because you don't have that contact. So she needs to keep her head left until the very last is what can help ladies, is don't step back on the second step, step side.
Yeah.
So on the impetus, you're going to take your first step. As he brings his heels together to do his turn, if she steps back here, you're pulling away. But as he's doing the heel turn, as she steps over here,
Then it helps.
then you're going out to semi and you're still being able to stay in his pocket.
And the same is true for the men on a telemark.
And the same is true for the men on the telemark. Double reverse.
I can never get in the right.
Double reverse. She's doubling his steps. You're trading places twice. And you're turning left face. So that's the 3 things that double reverse means.
And there's a spin.
And there's spin in it. The true name of the figure is double reverse spin, but the cue is double reverse. So the name of the figure actually has the word spin on it. So the ladies are doing their telemark overturned with a pivot and lock. He's doing 2 steps and spinning. So our double reverse, 1, 2, and 3.
I fell over.
You fell over?
Yeah,
I
you made
did.
me fall over.
Well, my fault. Then maybe try it again.
I see. So it is chicken spin.
And it does end up on the toes. So then you would lower for the next step to reach out. So if we do a double reverse into a telemark, we have to get around a little farther. Double reverse, to a telemark,
Wow. Okay.
And you're dizzy.
a double-double,
You do double-double?
double-double.
To a telemark.
Oh, that's a tough one. A double-double is usually a double reverse full followed by a double reverse 3/4, usually. So once in a while they do double-double all the way around both times, but those are nasty. So double reverse full followed by a double reverse 3/4.
Wow.
Okay?
That's a lot, that seems hard, that's a lot of.
There is absolutely no space between us,
Maybe that's what we, yeah.
because I've got to be tucked into his pocket. I want to be sure to keep my right hip up to him, and he's doing the same.
Sometimes you gotta use your left foot as a rudder.
Yeah.
Because you've only got 2 steps. And if you need a little bit more turn, if you put just a little weight on your toe,
On the toe,
and you can force yourself on around.
if you're not making it all around. So when you do your double reverse,
Just that little bit of weight on your toe, you can go ahead and force yourself around.
okay, start the telemark. 1. Ladies, bring your heels together. He goes past and spins. Go to the telemark, finish your telemark.
And notice we're in closed position here.
Yeah, we're in closed position. Now we're gonna finish our telemark, and we're gonna kind of think of it a telemark to banjo, but don't go to banjo, because you wanna stay in closed position. So, one step at a time again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
God, that's hard.
It's hard, yes.
It's so hard.
And the lady step 3 can't be a baby step.
Yeah, and the lady's third step has to be a good sized step. If she takes a baby step, you're in trouble, because she'll never get where she needs to be.
And the guy can't get turned around.
So when we do a real double reverse, do a double-double,
Okay.
okay?
Full both times or full in 3/4?
Either one, whichever one. So,
That was 2.
that was too full. So the men are going to do their step back, and they're gonna do a heel turn type action and transfer weight. So a heel pull is 1, 2. Very much like a
Hesitation change.
hesitation change. So on a hesitation change, it's 1, 2. Oops, and fall over. On the heel pull, he doesn't step forward on that last step. So he does 1, 2. So it's more like the first 2 steps. So a reverse fall away is you're gonna turn left and end up backing up in semi-closed position. So the reverse fall away is 1, 2, 3.
Easy for the lady, just back up 3 steps.
For the first one.
The reverse
Yeah.
fall away,
Yeah,
she
we're not doing
backs
3.
up. No, we're not gonna do 3 fallaways. Only 1. So when she does the back up, make sure, girls, that you pull this left shoulder back. Okay? Because if you keep that left shoulder forward, he's not gonna be able to get around. And now he's facing the wrong direction to do a slip and chassé. We would be in big trouble. I mean, we could make it,
Do it.
but it's hard. He needs to get turned basically halfway around on that reverse fall away. And so she's gonna step back, back, back. The last step is under her butt, and so is his. You're taping that last step very tightly under your body.
Almost like a whisk.
It's very much like a whisk. So it's a traveling step here, a traveling step here, and a hooking step on the last step and fall over.
I'm trying to keep this up.
So if we do a reverse fall away, slip and chasse banjo. Watch where my foot hits and where he's going. The slip, just the slip.
I think I'm on the wrong foot.
Should have a trailing foot free. So on that slip, he's turning. See where I am?
Now you put it down.
I have to do my major turn first before that foot hits the floor. If you put the foot down, it pulls you away from your partner. So the girls have to remember, it's a pivot step. You're pivoting and bringing the foot down when he stops moving. And then you're there and you can do your chasse. Okay, so it's a pivot for the lady.
Yeah, it's the same, only different.
Reverse fall away in closed starts with a lead foot free. Reverse fall away from semi starts with a trailing foot free. So reverse fall away from semi is 1, 2, 3. And then with a lead foot free. Yeah, so it's like a pick up to semi-reverse. Yeah. Thank goodness they're not real common, but there are dances that have them. So reverse fall away, 2, 3. Lead foot free when you